Hello everyone, my name is Ren Mikhailis. Is there anybody in the feminist community that you just don't like? I'm pretty sure you've thought about this person.
Literally everyone and everything is problematic.
And this person.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Well, for me, the person that I hate the most is Tyra Banks, because Tyra Banks is the mother of social justice warriors. She used her popularity and platform to promote social justice ideas such as society is the problem. Take it away, Tyra.
I have to take a break, but there's one thing, and I know we've all heard this before. You've heard, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? And what that means is, you know, there are these women on this stage, and as much as I want to go, rah, and I'm still going to do a little rah a little later, but, and you guys are welcome to do the same, but don't hate the player, hate the game. These women are victims of our society, all right? And our society puts lighter-skinned women on a pedestal. Let's call it what it is. That is the truth. You got Halle Berry, you got Beyonce, you got Ashanti, you got Solange now, you got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I 100% understand it. And the reason why I'm doing this show is not to make fun of you guys and to say, you're crazy, but what I think you're doing is crazy. But that's not what the point of this show is. The point of this show is to bring light to our society and how they put light-skinned women at the top.
Oh, and she's not done. You go, girl.
You know, it's interesting to me, when I was preparing for this show, something came to me. And what came to me is, it deals with society. And society says that certain things are better, right? So our society says that a very skinny body, especially right now, a very, very skinny body is in fashion right now. And we all live in that world. But there are only a certain amount of people that go to an extreme where they hurt themselves, right? When we're talking about anorexia and bulimia and chronic exercising and things like that. And that's a sickness. That is an illness. Now we talk about society saying that lighter is better when it comes to black women. And yeah, a lot of black women feel that and have some self-esteem issues because of that, and get self-esteem and hold on to the handlebars of self-esteem so that doesn't get to them and get them down. But then we have women like you that crumble under that pressure.
And this is where Tyra Banks begins to pull a Chink Uger, even though Tyra Banks is the original.
And I don't think... Now,
too easy.
I'm not a therapist, but...
Yeah, you really needed to explain. You know what, I'll just quit.
I don't think it's just about being dark, because if that's the case, every single dark girl that was ever teased would bleach herself to the way that you guys are doing. I feel that there's something inside as well. Something painful inside that manifests into you seeing it, that your pain is all about your skin color. And I think it's so much deeper than that.
Which is it, Tyra? Which is it? Your claims disprove your other claims. Did you even check your script? If it's society, then it can't be them. And if it's them, then it can't be society. Your claims keep disproving your other claims. And it keeps going. You gotta pick. How about you just choose to tell the truth? Because this wouldn't have happened if you didn't have a narrative to spin. If it's society, then it's not them, and everybody would go through it, or at least most people would go through it. And if it's them, it's something that they're just going through personally, then it's not society. You know, her arguments, it just eats itself, and it just happens over and over again. Just like it's going to happen again in this next clip.
Most of the these skin bleaching products claim to be intended for clearing up a complexion or even evening out blemishes.
But you know better, don't you?
My mission today is to find out, are these products available in all neighborhoods or just predominantly African American neighborhoods?
And let me guess, through a shoddy study, you're going to find exactly what you're looking for.
Here we are in the middle of Harlem, and for those of you who don't know what Harlem is, besides being my hometown, born and raised, it's also a predominantly African-American neighborhood. Do you know any stores around here that I can get skin bleaching cream?
All the beauty supply stores, they sell them. Yes, a lot.
Definitely, especially in Harlem, there's a beauty supply store in every corner.
All right, Tyra, I'm gonna go back here into this beauty supply store. It's just a typical beauty supply store in the middle of Harlem, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to find some bleaching cream. So I got my undercover camera, I'm going in right now. Let's see what I can find.
Oh my God, would you look at that? There's so many of them. Look at all these brands. I cannot believe this.
Hey Tyra, we're here on 59th and Columbus Circle. We moved out of Harlem, so let's see if we can find our skin bleaching cream down here the way we did uptown. Let's go check it out and see.
Okay, so here we are. Let me see if I can try to find some of this skin bleaching cream. No, I don't see it. There's this hair bleaching. There's no skin bleaching cream.
Everything's blurry, you lying bitch. I haven't heard of skin bleaching cream until it's already aired on your show. And I mean, you're about to contradict yourself later, so you know I'm gonna go into that, but let me just ask you something. If all black people know about skin bleaching cream, then how come for some people on your show, your skin bleaching show was a tutorial? So I'm just going to play a clip where her skin bleaching skits or whatever was a tutorial for another black person who came to her show much later, which goes against the idea that every black person knows that, you know, the white man is trying to trick us into using skin bleach. Then how come some of us didn't know of it until her show already aired? So I'm about to play a clip from a show that happened later on where this girl saw the Tyra Banks show about skin bleach. It's like, wow, like this is great advice. I should start doing it. Because when I first heard of skin bleaching cream, it was on the Tyra Banks show. And I didn't know skin bleaching cream ahead of time. But before I go into that, I'll just play the clip that I'm referring to now.
Did a show on bleaching. Yes. About black women bleaching their skin because they hated their skin so much. How many people saw that show? You guys saw that show? Okay. Okay, a lot of you guys saw that show. Okay, so you saw that show. What did you think when you saw that show? I was so happy. I was like, it shows, you know, it helped me. So that show was a tutorial for you? Yeah. Not a message of something being negative and can cause, no. Damage to your skin, damage to your health, no. Damage to your well-being and your spirit? No, it didn't, because, I mean, I want to be lighter. My brother is lighter than I am. I want to be like him. That's how he is, you know? Okay. I wish I could be as light as he is.
This is what happens when you tell lies to promote a social justice liberal agenda. There's consequences. Many black people, such as myself, have never even heard of skin bleaching cream until it's already aired on your show. And I probably shouldn't have to go through this because it's going to be revealed on the show later, but there is a reason why everything's blurred out, you know, because she's gonna get into that later. Like she said it earlier, like these products claim to be for correcting skin and whatnot, but she's talking about products like these, and I am gonna let you know why it's all blurred out, because why you could barely see anything, except for it was much clearer on the black store than the regular store. But I just wanted you to get a clear look at some of these products, unlike what they're trying to do. So I'm gonna put this really close, like even tone correcting face oil, even tone, and it's supposed to get rid of discoloration, age spots, dark spots, post acne scars, sun damage, and uneven skin tone. And it says that's in the back. I don't know how well you could see it right here. I'm trying to get it as close as possible. I don't know how well you could read it, but I am trying to get it like really, really, really close. But that's what it's for. This one is Ambi. It says fade cream. It says fades dark spots for even natural skin tone. So it's fades dark spots for even natural skin tone or age spots and whatnot. So basically, if you're an elderly white person with age spots, you could use it. This is Skin Success Dark Spot Corrector Fading Serum. I just wanted to give you guys a really good close-up look at what these says. When you look really closely, and it gets rid of discoloration, dark spots, age spots, post acne scars, sun damage. So white people could use these things as well. Discoloration, dark spots, age spots, post acne scars, sun damage. It may be all backwards, but you should still be able to read letters backwards. And it's kind of like they moved this to the white section of the store. And like some of you, like, there's a black section of Walmart, and it's like, yes, there is a black section of Walmart. Like if you see something like this, like a no lie conditioning cream relaxer kits, if you see something like this, then yes, there really is a black section of Walmart where there are products strictly for black people to turn an afro. Like black people, we get afros, so there are things to make a black person's hair straight. Like my hair doesn't really look like this. I use a hair straightener. Like I chemically straighten my hair to get it straight. Otherwise, I will have a big, huge afro like in the 1970s or whatnot. And here's another thing I got. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, like white people never heard of this. Like white people have nothing like this. When really many white people have heard of Aveeno, Positively Radiant. Sarah Jessica Partner promotes this, like Positively Radiant, and it pretty much does the same thing, like pretty much, not exactly, or it's kind of like Positively Radiant Skin Brightening Daily Scrub. Oh, and like there's more. Like you guys, white people who are watching, you guys have products that are essentially the same thing, like Olay Regenerous. Let me just go on screen share and just share some like Olay Regenerous, like it's like tone perfecting shit. Like you can find this with Olay, you can find this with L'Oreal. Let me just get on screen share. Okay, I'm at the L'Oreal Paris site, and I'm looking at dark spots, and L'Oreal Paris have things like this, like tone correcting shits, it gets rid of dark spots because both black people and white people get dark spots, and that's what these things do. These, quotes unquote skin bleaching products. They really just correct the tone of your skin. And white people have the exact same thing for elderly people, and it pretty much essentially does the same thing. Like, it's like You'd code dark spots correcting serum. And like what I was reading off of is kind of like tone correcting, even and clear. It's like it helps fade the appearance of dark spots and discoloration, helps even skin tone. I mean, these products pretty much does the same thing, or it's kind of a lot like rapid tone repair, dark spots corrector. You white people have the exact same thing, pretty much, just by different companies. Or let's look, Olay. You have Olay, Regenerous, Luminous Tone Perfecting Cream. Oh my goodness, the white man is targeting white people too. Looks like white people are targeted to look whiter. And it's kind of like, because it's kind of like when black people have blemishes, or when white people have age spots, basically the same thing is going on. When white people have age spots, your skin is, turning this brown color. It's disgusting. And let's see, when black skin blemishes. And basically what's happening is the same thing. When black people have blemishes, we get all these brown spots, except with black people, it happens to young people. Like when a young black teenager gets blemishes, she's going to have brown spots on her face. Blemishes on white people are red. So it's like when you have a white person, the skin blemishes is a red color. And it's kind of like for most black people, it's going to be this dark brown color. And that is why, you have products, skin bleaching products like that. It's not really supposed to bleach your skin white. It's supposed to deal with all the brown spots to even out your skin tone. So when they say like it's supposed to make people want to be whites or whatnot, that is total complete bullshit. Because it's like you can't treat red and black or dark brown the exact same way. You gotta treat these things differently. And you may say, what's about skin bleach specifically? What's about it specifically, skin bleach? Because you may go, well, there are some, few spots here and there. You wouldn't need to bleach your whole entire face for some spots here and there. So I would go in detail about the skin bleaching cream. Many black people have a problem with, having dark patches on the elbows. It's like the same with here too. And basically, that's what it's for. Like you can probably notice it with my knuckles. You got these dark spots, or you have black people who are black in the knees, and I probably should have showed you this. In fact, I will show you black people who are black in the knees. Wait just a second. So you got some black people who are black in the knees. Like, let's look at these black knees and how black it gets. You see this? This is like why skin bleach exists. Black elbows, black knees. It's just why these products exist, because it's kind of like nobody likes having these flaws. Nobody likes, their flaws showing off. Neither do white people. It's kind of like if I were to show blemishes, how many white people are out there going, I want to look like this? Or how many white people try to correct their blemishes? Is there really white people out there who just are there with pimples or blemishes and they're like, yeah, I really love having these blemishes on my face. I really love looking like this. Or how many people aim to look better and fix their flaws? People want to fix their flaws because there's not going to be a single guy out there who's going to find this attractive. No guy finds this attractive, which is why people aim to fix it. If Tyra Banks got her way, then the problem would be like, how come white people have stuff to, remove their blemishes and not black people? The problem would still continue because white people would have something to fix their flaws and black people would be stuck having blemishes. We would just have would you like me with all these blemishes all over my face? Love me in my blemishes. And then they're like, hold it, like, man, this society is racist. Society is racist against black people because white people have something to remove their blemishes. We black people have nothing. The problem isn't going to go away. That's what the bleach is for. It's for to remove the patches in your skin. And Tyra Banks knows this. But Tyra Banks is just trying to have this social justice narrative. And it is important because this narrative keeps being repeated even today because of her popularity. So when she asked the question,
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of skin bleaching cream?
I've never heard about it before.
No. No,
No? No. Okay.
it would have been a lot more honest if she asked those women if they've heard of age spots remover, if they ever heard of any products that could, get rid of age spots or dark spots, because then I bet their answer would be different. And they probably still wouldn't notice it on the store because it doesn't apply to them. And of course, you're going to ignore things that doesn't apply to you. But please continue.
I don't know. From what we saw today, it seems to me that African Americans are targeted more so than white women for skin bleaching products.
I love that, Bree. You did such a good job. Give me a hug. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting that they say, that it's for the blemishes and marks. White women get marks on their skin, but they don't have skin bleaching cream in those types of neighborhoods.
Because blemishes are red for white people. Tyra Banks, can you explain this?
With us now is dermatologist Dr. Janine Downey. Now, tell me about the health of these. Hi, doctor. Tell me about the health of these bleaching creams, especially in the amount that these women are using them, because they think that they're healthy. And I know Latasha, she puts them on her children, 4, 6, and 8-year-old.
Right.
Tell us about the safety and the health.
I mean, here's the bottom line. They do market it a lot in urban communities. So you see it in, smaller mom and pop drugstores, and you see some of the harsher brands. Some of them are imported. They're made in Germany. They're made in South America. So what these fade creams are used for is they're intended for spot treatments, post a pimple, post a mosquito bite, post the mask of pregnancy. They are proper medical uses for them. So I do prescribe fade creams regularly. And I have dark patches on my face, which you can't see because nobody can see them, but there's chemical peels. There's healthier ways of going about this.
This extreme bleaching cause death if used constantly and get into the bloodstream?
It can. It depends on the bleaching agents.
This is the one time that I am happy that somebody dodged a question. Tara Banks asked, "Tell me about the safety and the health of these bleaching creams." And the doctor asked, "These products are intended for spot treatments, post a pimple, post a mosquito bite, post a mask of pregnancy, and how did she use them for patches on her face that nobody can see anymore?" I am so glad she dodged that question. You know, it's like because she went against the narrative. The narrative is like these bleaching products say that they're for blemishes, but let's go to a white neighborhood. You know, it's like, and Starbucks is like, I don't know, like they say it's for, you know, pregnancy and blemishes, but I don't see them in a white neighborhood. So it must be the white man's lies. It must be a white man trying to make black people feel bad about themselves. But even a doctor is kind of like, if you use them correctly, then you're supposed to use them for your acne or mosquito bites or pregnancy. Something that Tara Banks just ridiculed. You know, she's hoping that the doctor would answer the question, you know, tell me about the health and safety, you know, because if the doctor answered the question properly, it would have been a totally and completely different show, which goes to show about Tara Banks' political agenda. She is the mother of social justice warriors, and she clearly has a social justice political agenda, and she doesn't care about lying to you. She doesn't care about lying to the audience. And you hear this even now. You hear this from Black Hitler, Gazikoso, like, black people want to be more white. You hear this from Saran, his friend. You hear this being repeated even today. This is being taught in college campuses because this is Tara Banks' narrative. She's the mother of all of this, which is why I'm making a video response to her, because this is still relevant even now, because even though the Tara Banks is over, people are still repeating her messages. That's why I feel like it's really important to target the roots of all evil, the roots of this all. But there's more lies she's telling throughout all of this, so let me address more of her lies, like this next one.
Thing that, and Bree knows this too, traveling for America's Next Top Model, going overseas, I would, you know, we travel a lot, and I love a drugstore, and I go into drugstores, and in Asia, it is crazy. So it is not just black women that use bleaching creams. It's in India. It's all over Asia. It's in South Africa, which of course is black women, but it is all over the world. It's in Latin communities and Latin stores. So if you notice the pattern, it's a pattern of women of color that they target for these bleaching creams.
White people aren't Satan, Tyra. You realize that there are Japanese babies who are equally as white, if not whiter, than some white kids. A better explanation is that throughout most of history, at least in the Western world, royal people regarded a pale skin as denoting that you didn't have to go out and work for a living. Those with tan skin obviously had to go out to the sun and work. But wait a minute, I just said adults. Maybe Tyra Banks is onto something. Wait, hear me out. Let me show you what I just found. I just learned that in many cities, tanning salons exceed Starbucks, so I was thinking that this was all parts of the black man's agenda to make white people, and perhaps people all over the world, to feel bad about themselves. I mean, I think I actually have like a point here. You know, think about how many tanning salons. Doesn't it seem like black people have this evil agenda to make white people feel bad about themselves? I mean, there are people even in Japan who like tan themselves black. They do everything that they could to try to look back. Wait a minute, let me show you.
兄さんには結構やっぱかっこいいんですごい憧れますね。あ、これでしょ？これこれめっちゃ可愛い。バービーみたい。ダサいよね。日本人着ると。外人着るとかっこいい。
ヒナの見かけを他の人はどんな風に思うんでしょう。
女の子からとかは結構なんかすごいねとか言われますけど、こういいねやりたいとかは言われますね。ベイビースープはブラックフォーライフっていうのがコンセプトでブラックカルチャーもリスペクトみたいな感じなんですけどやっぱ音楽とファッションとダンスはもう日本人じゃないっぽくするっていう感じもあるかなとは B 系は。
And let's not forget Rachel Dolezal and Sean King. This proves that we live in a racist Black supremacist society.
How did you feel doing that and going to Harlem, your hometown, and seeing it everywhere, and then going to like Columbus Circle and seeing nothing?
I just don't know what it means. That like when I'm in a white city, I see tanning salons everywhere, but when I'm in a ghetto or like in a black community, I don't see tanning salons anywhere. Like nowhere at all. Nada.
Yeah, I was really disappointed because when I started the investigation, it was new for me. I mean, I hadn't even I've heard about skin bleaching cream, but...
You were about to say that you haven't even heard about skin bleaching cream. But it's okay. Neither have I until I saw the Tyra Banks show.
So it just kind of told me, just with the names, it was just kind of blatant that it was targeted predominantly to browner skinned African-American women.
Wait, I thought it was...
Asia? It is crazy. So it is not just black women that use bleaching creams. It's in India. It's all over Asia. It's in South Africa, which of course is black women, but it is all over the world. It's in Latin communities and Latin stores. So if you notice the pattern, it's a pattern of women of color that they target for these bleaching creams.
Your lies disprove your utter lies. You two have a hard time being logically consistent.
So today I wore my Black is Beautiful button for you guys. Because
it's nice you left out all the other people of color that it's affecting. What about all the people all over Asia? Asia, remember?
Because I'm also brown skinned and it is very difficult to be a model and be African American and live in society and be African American, especially of a darker tone.
It's difficult to be a model and African American? It reminds me of...
So that today, I wake up every morning in a house that was built by slaves.
You did a really, really good job. I think you investigated that so well, and you represent beautiful black beauty, beautiful chocolate, cocoa beautifulness. And you make me so proud. And
are you guys Sicoso? Check that melanin.
And that was my mission, and you are my mission that has come to life.
Like you're manipulating people for a political agenda?
Thank you. And it makes me so happy. Thank you.
Aww. I would like to thank everybody who watched. I know it's old, but I feel like Tyra Banks popularized social justice. And I feel as though if it weren't for the Tyra Banks show, then social justice wouldn't exist. Have a wonderful day.